Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.
Welcome to another edition of our ALE review series practice quiz, and we have for today Structural Conceptualization Part 1, first part. So again, this is our instructions before proceeding with the quiz. It is advised that you get a piece of paper and write down question numbers 1 to 30 so that when you start the quiz, now for every question, you can easily write down the letter of your best choice from the multiple choice. And at the end of the quiz, count the number of your correct answers and check in what category does your score belong, so that nakita nyo if your score is okay or if you still need plenty of review. Okay, so we now start. Question number 1. What is the minimum thickness of load-bearing CHB available in the Philippines? A. 100 mm, B. 150 mm, C. 200 mm, and letter D. 250 mm. 10 seconds. And our correct answer is letter B, 150 mm. So the minimum thickness of load-bearing CHB or concrete hollow block walls in the Philippines is 150 mm or 6 inches as per the National Structural Code of the Philippines or NSCP. The ratio of the wall span to its thickness should also not exceed 32. So an example of that is shown in this particular document, structural specifications. Question number 2. What is a horizontal structural member in a frame wall that provide lateral support to the wall panel? A. Purlin, B. Lintel beam, C. Stud, and letter D. Girt. 10 seconds. And our correct answer is letter D, girt. So a girt is a horizontal structural member in a frame wall that provides lateral support to the wall panel, primarily resisting wind loads. So ito yung girt natin dito sa drawing. On the other hand, a purlin is a horizontal structural member used in roof construction to support roof panels. So ito naman ang ating mga purlins. And lintel beam is a horizontal member placed above an opening like a door or window to support the load above it. And a stud is a vertical structural member in frame wall that provides support to the wall panel. So question number 3. The maximum spacing between stiffener columns on ordinary CHB wall is blank meters. A. 3, B. 4, C. 5, and D. 6. So 10 seconds. And our correct answer is letter A, 3 meters. So provide stiffener column with proper reinforcement, here usually 10 mm, and where concrete hollow block terminates, and at every 3 meters length of concrete hollow block walls, unless noted in structural plan. So you have here a column, and if the distance between the two is more than 3 meters, like this one is 6 meters, then you have to provide this stiffener column. Question number 4. The minimum thickness of CHB wall for a 1-hour fire rating as per code is blank. Letter A, 100 mm, B, 150 mm, C, 200 mm, and letter D, 250 mm. So 10 seconds. And our correct answer is letter B, 150 mm. So this is the tabulation for material standards as per the National Building Code, showing here that for a 1-hour thickness for hollow unit masonry, the minimum thickness is 150 mm. Question number 5. Stiffener beam is required for CHB if the wall height exceeds blank meters. A, 2, B, 3, letter C, 4, and letter D, 5. So 10 seconds. And our correct answer is 3 meters. So a stiffener beam is generally required for CHB wall when the wall height exceeds 3 meters. Stiffener columns are placed every 3 meters along the wall. Ito yon. And stiffener beams are placed, this one, every 3 meters in height if the wall is over 3 meters tall. So this one is more than 3 meters tall. That's why you have to provide this stiffener beam. Question number 6. What is a composite slab? Letter A, figure C. Letter B, figure B. Letter C, figure A. And letter D, figure D. 10 seconds. And our correct answer here is figure B, this one. So a composite slab is a floor system used in construction, particularly in steel structures, where a profiled steel deck, often corrugated, this one, acts as a formwork for a concrete slab. The steel deck not only provides temporary support for the wet concrete, but also becomes part of the finished structure, acting as a tensile reinforcement. This means the steel and concrete work together to resist loads, combining the strengths of both materials. Question number 7. Which is a post-tension slab? Letter A is figure D. Letter B is figure C. Letter C is figure B. And letter D is figure E. 10 seconds. And our correct answer is figure E, this one. So post-tension slabs contain a tendon, ito yan, or steel cable that runs crisscross throughout the center of the slab after the concrete has already hardened. As the poured concrete dries, the post-tension cable stretch and tighten, which applies a significant force to the concrete slab. Question number 8. Which is a precast slab? Letter A is figure A. Letter B, figure C. Letter C, figure D. And letter D, figure E. 10 seconds. And our correct answer is figure D. Ito yon. So, a precast slab, ito, is a concrete floor or roof element that is manufactured off-site in a factory and then transported to the construction site for installation. These slabs are typically flat and can be used as part of floors or roofs in buildings. Question number 9. Which is a one-way rib slab? Letter A is figure A. Letter B, figure E. Letter C, figure B. And letter D, figure C. 10 seconds. And our correct answer is figure A. So one-way rib slabs is a reinforced concrete slab, also called joint slab, that is supported by reinforced concrete ribs or joists. Ito yung ribs, na? The rib slab is a structural element consists of combination of regularly ribs, usually tapered and uniformly spaced and supported on girders that rest on columns and atop slabs. Ito yung girders, na? Question number 10. Which is a one-way slab and beam? Letter A, figure A. B, figure E. Letter C, figure B. And letter D, figure C. And 10 seconds. Okay, and our correct answer here is figure C, because that is the remaining one not identified yet in the previous questions, diba? This one is a rib slab. This one is a post-tension slab, precast slab, and composite slab. So this one, therefore, is a one-way slab and beam. So the one-way slab is a slab which is supported by parallel walls or beams and whose length to breadth ratio is equal to or greater than 2, and it bends in only one direction, meaning it is rectangular in area. One direction, spanning direction, while it is transferring the loads to the two supporting walls or beams because of its geometry. Simply stating, it spans and bends in only one direction. Question number 11. When is the most important period of curing concrete for it to improve strength and durability? Letter A, first 3 days. B, first 1 week. Letter C, first 2 weeks. And letter D, entire period of curing. 10 seconds. And our correct answer is letter B, first 1 week. So generally, 60 to 70% of the strength will be gained by concrete by the first 7 days curing. To get more strength, curing should be done up to 28 days. Concrete gains 16% strength in 1 day, 40% in 3 days, now 65% in 7 days, 90% in 14 days, and 99% strength in 28 days. So question number 12. When using control joints on slab on grade, what is the depth of cut for a 4-inch thick concrete slab? Letter A, 1 inch. Letter B, 2 inches. C, 3 inches. And letter D, 4 inches. So you have 10 seconds. And our correct answer is 1 inch. So for a 4-inch thick concrete slab, the recommended depth for control joints is 1 inch. This is based on a rule of thumb that the cut should be approximately 1/4 or 1/5 the slab thickness, but never less than 1 inch. So if this is your thickness, this one is 1/4 of that thickness of the slab. So question number 13, what comprises as much as 60% to 80% of a typical concrete mix to reduce cost? A. Sand, B. Cement, C. Aggregate, and D. Water. 10 seconds. And our correct answer is letter C, aggregate. So aggregate is commonly considered inert filler, which accounts for 60 to 80% of the volume and 70 to 85% of the weight of concrete. They are a cost-effective filler and play a crucial role in the concrete's properties. Question number 14. What is a good replacement for steel rebars on a large area of slab-on-grade if ready-mix concrete is used? A. Welded wire, B. Pozzolan mixture, C. Fiber polymer, and D. Concrete admixture. 10 seconds. And our correct answer is letter A, welded wire. Now, for a large area of slab-on-grade, especially when ready-mix concrete is used, the most common and effective replacement for steel rebars is welded wire mesh. It provides uniform reinforcement, controls cracking, and is easier and faster to install over large flat areas compared to traditional rebar. Question number 15. Durability and strength improve in concrete mix when water to cement ratio is blank. A. Higher, B. Lower, C. Equal, and D. Moderate. So 10 seconds. And our answer is letter B, lower. So a lower water to cement ratio means less water is used relative to the amount of cement, resulting in a denser, stronger, and more durable concrete. Now, the lower the water to cement ratio, the fewer air pores and the more compact the concrete structure, which translates into higher strength. Question number 16. What is a continuous footing that supports an entire heavy structure and reduces settlements on weak soil? A. Strip footing, B. Continuous footing, C. Mat footing, and letter D. Pad footing. And our correct answer is letter C, mat footing. So mat footing is a large continuous slab of concrete that covers the entire area under a structure, distributing the load evenly across the weak soil, effectively reducing settlement. So pinakabuong level ng lower floor, okay, ng building, yun ang magsisilbi as the footing. Medyo magastos nga lang, no? Dahil makapal din yung giging thickness nitong footing na yan. But because of the weak soil kasi, no? Now, continuous footing is also known as strip footing. That is a concrete foundation that runs continuously beneath a wall or a series of columns. Like for example, yung mga wall footings, no? Pad footing, also known as an isolated footing, it supports a single column or small group of columns and not the entire structure. Ito kasi sa mat foundation, marami siyang mga columns together, no? So question number 17. What is often used on a sloping site where the foundation follows the slope without too much excavation? So letter A, stepped footing. B, strip footing. C, raft footing. And D is sloping footing. 10 seconds. And our correct answer is letter A, step footing. So step footing is designed to adapt to sloping terrain by creating a series of steps like this that follow the slope, minimizing the need for excessive excavation. Question number 18. What is a continuous strip of concrete supporting a continuous wall carrying a uniformly distributed load? A, beam footing. B, raft footing. C, cellular footing. And letter D, strip footing. 10 seconds. And our correct answer is letter D, strip footing. So a wall footing or strip footing is a continuous strip of concrete that serves to spread the weight of a load-bearing wall across an area of soil. Question number 19. What footing is designed when ground-bearing capacity is low and heavy columns are closely spaced? A, isolated footing. B, mat footing. C, strip footing. And D, pad footing. So 10 seconds. And our correct answer is letter B, mat footing. So mat footing is a footing that spreads the load from the structure over a large area, reducing the pressure on the soil. It acts as a single large slab under the entire structure or a significant portion of it. It is used when the soil-bearing capacity is low and the loads are heavy, especially when columns are closely spaced. So question number 20. Which footing is designed to support two parallel columns? A, combined footing. B, frame footing. C, strap footing. And letter D, cellular footing. So 10 seconds. And our correct answer is letter A, combined footing. So combined footings support two or more columns when the columns are so close that their isolated footings would overlap. This type of footing construction is used when the space constraints or load distribution necessitate a combined solution. So we have these types of combined footing. This is a rectangular combined footing. This is a trapezoidal combined footing. And this is strap beam combined footing. So may maliit lang na nagdudugtong sa dalawang footing na yan. So question number 21. Which figure uses the diagrid structural technology? A, figure E. B, figure D. Letter C, figure C. And letter D, figure B. 10 seconds. And our correct answer here is figure C. So ito yan. that is a diagrid structure. So unlike traditional orthogonal grid systems, diagrids do not rely on vertical columns and horizontal beams. Wala kang makitang vertical at horizontal beams. Instead, the diagonal members handle both gravity loads and lateral forces, resulting in a highly efficient structure that is both strong and flexible. So question number 22, which figure uses glass curtain wall technology? Letter A, figure A. Letter B, figure E. Letter C, figure C. And letter D, figure D. 10 seconds. And our correct answer is letter B, figure E. So ito bale. And this is an example of a structure using glass curtain wall technology. It utilizes a non-structural cladding system of glass and aluminum, and typically used in modern buildings to create a sleek and transparent exterior. This technology offers aesthetic appeal, natural light penetration, and can be designed to enhance energy efficiency and weather resistance. Question 23. Which figure uses steel frame and sandwich panel system? Letter A, figure A. Letter B, figure D. Letter C, figure B. And letter D, figure C. 10 seconds. And our correct answer is letter A, figure A. Bale, ito. Ito yung sandwich panels, na? So, a sandwich panel is a structure made of 3 layers. That is a low-density core such as EPS, PIR, or rock wool, and a thin skin layer banded to each side. This combination creates a lightweight yet strong and rigid building component used in various applications. Sandwich panels are not structural materials but curtain materials. The structural forces are carried by the steel framework or other carrier frame to which the sandwich panels are attached. Question number 24. So, which technology started during International Style period? Letter A, figure B. Letter B, figure D. Letter C, figure E. And letter D, figure C. 10 seconds. And our correct answer is figure D, this one. So this is an example using the technology of thin shell. So this is a thin shell concrete structure which emerged during the International Style period, roughly in the 1920s and 1930s. This period, known for its functional and utilitarian designs, embraced innovative concrete construction techniques like these thin shells. These thin shell structures are characterized by their lightweight curved forms, which are both structurally strong and aesthetically pleasing. Question number 5. Which technology will be suitable for large building spaces? Letter A, figure D. Letter B, figure E. Letter C, figure C. And letter D, figure B. 10 seconds. And our correct answer is figure B. Ito. So that is using what you call the EVG3 building system based on panels of expanded polystyrene or EPS insulation and steel reinforcement that are site applied with concrete. The system is suitable for the walls and floors of housing and commercial buildings. Question number 26. Which type of building will benefit the most from steel construction? A. Health facilities. B. Office building. C. Sports facilities. And D. Storage facilities. 10 seconds. And our correct answer is letter C, sports facilities. So storage facilities benefit from steel construction, especially for features like durability, cost efficiency, and fast construction. In fact, many warehouses and industrial storage buildings are made of pre-engineered steel systems. However, our answer is sports facilities, and they are considered to benefit more from steel construction because they require much more complex and demanding structural performance, such as clear spans of 30 to 100 meters or more for arenas, gymnasiums, stadiums, and dynamic loads from crowds, equipment, and environmental factors like retractable roofs or suspended elements, and for architectural flexibility for large roofs and dramatic forms. Question number 27. What is the primary disadvantage of steel as a building material? A. Corrosion. B. Earthquake resistant. C. Expensive. And D. Availability. So 10 seconds. And our correct answer is letter A, corrosion. So corrosion is the primary disadvantage of steel as a building material. When exposed to moisture, air, and certain chemicals, steel can rust, which weakens the structure over time if not properly treated or maintained. The other choices for earthquake resistant, steel is actually highly earthquake resistant due to its ductility and flexibility, allowing it to bend without breaking. So hindi yan disadvantage. Expansive. While steel can have a higher initial cost, its durability, speed of construction, and lower labor costs can make it cost-effective in the long run. And the other choice, availability. Steel is actually widely available and produced globally, so availability is generally not a disadvantage. So question number 28. When specifying fireproofing for steel, which materials are the most expensive? A. Poured concrete. B. Metal lath with plaster. C. Cementitious spray-on. And letter D. Gypsum board. 10 seconds. And our correct answer is letter A, poured concrete. So poured concrete is generally considered the most expensive option when fireproofing steel. It requires significant labor to apply and often involves formwork, making it a costlier choice compared to other methods. Question number 29. Which is a major Philippine steel construction company? A. EEI Corporation. B. Megawide Construction Corporation. C. Steel Structures Incorporated. And D. Steel Asia Corporation. So 10 seconds. And our correct answer is letter D, Steel Asia Corporation. So Steel Asia Corporation is a major steel manufacturer in the Philippines, producing over 2.5 million tons of rebar annually. They supply a wide range of steel products, including reinforcing bars used in various construction projects. EI, on the other hand, is a leading construction company. Its focus is primarily on construction and engineering services. Megawide is another major construction company in the Philippines. And Steel Structures Incorporated is a steel fabrication company, but it is not as well known or as large of a steel manufacturer as Steel Asia. They primarily focus on fabricating steel structures for various applications. And last question, number 30. Who should be responsible for structural steel design? A. Steel fabricator. B. Civil engineer. C. Design engineer. And C. Materials engineer. So 10 seconds. And our correct answer is civil engineer, or specifically structural engineers. So they are specialist type of civil engineer who focus on the design and structural integrity of buildings, bridges, and other structures. Okay, so that's the end of our quiz. Please count your correct answers, total correct answers. So if your score is from 27 to 30, that is brain power unleashed. And if your score is 24 to 26, that is seriously impressive. And if you got 19 to 23, you definitely got this. And if your score is 16 to 18, you are close but needs a little more And if your score is 0 to 15, it is time for a more strategic review. Okay, so if you are interested to know more for a comprehensive review, you can enroll at Atlas Career Development Center or Atlas CDC Review Center. Just scan the QR code here. And continue watching out for my succeeding videos.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.